Hey folks, Mad Black 80, Black Up in Your Face again with some more pro-black commentary. So I'm sure some of you have wondered where I have been, and I just wanted to give an update as far as me doing videos here on YouTube. So, if you follow me on my hub YouTube channel, the original YouTube channel, Black Up in You 2, you know I haven't posted anything there, and the last video that I made got taken down, and that was the video, The Delusion of the Successful Whore. And according to YouTube, that video was considered, cyberbullying and hate speech. So that's why that was the loose excuse that they gave this time for taking down one of my videos. And I've also received a 2-week suspension from posting anything on that channel. So we shall see how things go. But as always, make sure you follow me on Facebook and on Twitter. And both of those links will be in the description box. So you can follow me there. That way you know where I am. And also follow me here on this backup channel. I do have another backup channel, but I'm keeping it a secret as of now in case I ever have to kind of pull it out. And we shall see how things go in the future with that one. But I keep that one a secret. I haven't posted anything on there yet. And like I said, I'll just keep it a secret for now and let the trolls try to figure out where it is at this point. But yeah, and if you've been following me on my other social medias, if you follow me on Facebook or on Twitter, you know that I still post comments or news stories, or also I like to still post my original cartoons, my political cartoons that I've been making on both platforms. So if you haven't seen any of those, make sure you go follow me there. The links will be in the description box. So I've been going through a lot like personal things as well. I'll just come out and say it. My mother-in-law passed away last month. So right around, maybe it was like right after the time, or maybe right after that, the banning, that's when she passed away. And she had been sick for a long time. And I think I've mentioned this before. She has always had an actual medical condition with her kidneys. She was actually only born with one. And the one that she had has started failing. And she's had some other issues as well, whether it be being like a cancer survivor and everything else. So all of that combined into one kind of came down on her at once, and her body just couldn't handle it. So she passed away back in January. And obviously my wife, because it's her mother, she was devastated by that. It wasn't completely unexpected, because like I said, her mom has been sick at least since, like really, really sick, at least since like August or September. So this is nothing that we weren't really unprepared for, but still, it's still your mom. And while she was not my biological mother, I still had love for her, obviously, being my wife's mother. She was a sweet lady. I always thanked her for, allowing me to marry her daughter. So, good family bond there. I had nothing but the utmost respect for her. So with that, like my wife, she had to travel, obviously, because she was handling some of my mother-in-law's affairs. So she had to go help out with that stuff. So, like, I've been kind of flying solo here at the house with doing housework, chores, dinners, taking care of my daughter, and also homeschooling her. So it's been a lot on me. So when I got this banning or this the suspension from YouTube, I just decided to go ahead and take a break. That's one less thing I had to worry about, right? But I feel I'm in a better position to make a comeback, and things have sort of settled down here. My wife and I have said we're going to just start over with 2021, because January was not good at all. So we're just going to start from February and keep it moving from there. But yeah, I mean, that between that and my wife, she has some issues with her one of her one of her teeth broke, so she had to have some dental work done. So even that put her out of commission again for an extra week, and I still had to take care of her and my daughter for like 3 days. And now, like I said, it's been tough on me physically. And like last weekend was the first weekend I got to actually get some rest to myself, and I pretty much did that. Like Saturday and Sunday, I slept in. Like I didn't even get out of the bed. Like Saturday, obviously I got up to eat and everything else, but other than that, and maybe watch some TV and just play with my daughter, not doing schoolwork or anything like that. We'll play with toys or play games or watch a cartoon or something like that. That was pretty much it. And I just kind of been keeping it low key like that. But I think I'm ready to come back and do some more Black Up In Your videos, because I do think that they're necessary, not from my own ego standpoint. I don't think it's so much me that is significant, but just having a black male give a different perspective, I think, is something that is significant to what I do on this channel and what I do with my political talk on social media. I do think it's important because there's so much nonsense out there and so many false narratives and so much buffoonery when it comes to black content on social media. It's nice to have at least some rational voice. And one of the main reasons I started doing this is because even with all the voices out there, there are still things that people would say that I wish they would say. So instead of just wishing it and wanting them to say it, I said I'll do it myself. And that's just how it is. So that's where I've been. That's what happened. Facebook actually almost put me in Facebook jail this morning, actually, which was hilarious to me because they tried to put me in Facebook jail. I had gotten a warning for one of my cartoons for using some obscene or hate speech language, basically calling someone a coon in one of my cartoons. So I combed through my own Facebook and I took down any other cartoons or whatever that had the word coon in it. And by me doing that, I don't know if that alerted them to the other cartoon, but they tried to put me in Facebook jail and suspend my account that way. Now, they weren't unsuccessful because I challenged it. I was like, you can't ban me for me deleting it. If I'm deleting it, that means I recognize that it's a problem and I don't want any more trouble, so I'm taking it off myself. And so they just, like, within like 2 hours, they put the account back up and said that I was not suspended. So that it's just nonsense, and they use a lot of scare tactics. And what I do think happens a lot is they have these mods that are quote unquote trusted observers or trusted moderators for these different websites, and they're just regular people. But if they deem your stuff is inappropriate or hate speech or whatever, they can just go ahead and flag and get your stuff taken down. And I think that is a big problem because it's not, and there is no overview committee per se. It's just these people have been granted all this authority and they abuse it. And I know for a fact that the ones on YouTube are extremely racist just by their practices and who they decide to ban and who they decide to harass and take their stuff down. I know they're extremely racist because they can't stand any type of views that go against whatever narrative they built up in their mind and in their own social circle. So, recently I received I think it was a Twitter message from the sister Taisha Essex, and she showed a video and a posting from YouTube talking about the different types of black YouTubers that they want to promote and the different type of black YouTubers that they love. And, she sent this message to me and several other prominent black YouTubers that, do the political talk or talk about news stories and stuff like that. And, first to her, I just want to say I appreciate that, but I'm not surprised by the list of black YouTubers that they have there. They have people on there that pretty much just act like buffoons, and they're the big, happy, smiling black person like Tyrone Magnus, which I don't have a problem with that, and I don't have a problem with them being entertaining, but he obviously promotes a certain thing. Obviously, he's in an IR relationship. He's in love with this young. She looks old, but she's way younger than him. Latina girl. I don't know if he should have revealed this, but he revealed that he knew her. He was an adult when she was still a teenager. Like he showed some old video on his channel showing that how he knew her when she was still a teenager, and like now that they're together, I was like, wow. Maybe you shouldn't have said that, man, but whatever. People. I guess people are going to gloss over it because, like I said, he's the happy-go-lucky Negro that everyone likes because he laughs and smiles all the time. So they love him, and he also jumps on the conservative side. He likes to hang out with the Hodge twins and stuff like that. So people love him for that, right? There's a plethora of LGBT black folks that YouTube loves and promotes. There's a whole bunch of them that are in interracial relationships. So of course YouTube loves stuff like that. If you're making jokes, you're entertaining white folks, you're making them smile, you're non-threatening, or you're promoting whatever nonsense that white people have come up with to destroy the black family, whether it be LGBT, feminism, or whatever, they're going to promote you wholesale. But if you're a black person who has any type of thought for yourself, they're going to make sure that they keep minimizing your channel, shadow banning you, and trying their best to get you off the platform. So I understand what it is. And, even right now, YouTube is promoting this Black History Month, talking about how they celebrate black voices, which is nonsense. I've told you that before. That's nothing but a con job. They want us off of here. They don't want black people to have any type of opinion outside of their narrative. So just wanted to say thank you to my fans and shout out to the other black YouTubers that I consider my peers, and I appreciate you guys a lot. You guys give me a lot of inspiration to keep going, and a lot of you're always been very supportive of me, and I hope that I can reciprocate that over the next couple of years. How supportive you guys have been of me, I want to return that to you. So, special shout out to the Radical Home Sister, who's been riding with me for the longest time. Seems like we've known each other forever. People like Torian Rain and Water Sniper and The Bunker TV, aka Black Hitler. Who else? So many. Sometimes I forget. Sometimes Nicole Views as well. Thank you to Nicole Views, because she's become very popular over the years, but they didn't include her on that list, and I know why. When you're anti-feminism and you're pro-black family and pro-black man, they're definitely not going to promote her channel. Okay, so they're looking, I mean, they've taken down her stuff before, so they're looking for any excuse they can to get rid of her as well. They really don't want her here. I think the only reason they've kept her is because she's interviewed several people who would be considered quote-unquote celebrities. But if they can get rid of her, they will. So shout out to her as well, because she's also been very supportive and always helped me when my channels have gotten shut down. Between like her and the Radical Home Sister, they've always been very supportive of me when my stuff gets shut down. And Lashid for you as well. And Kimberly Frazier is another one that's always been very good at following me on different platforms as well. So just thank you to everybody who comes here, and thank you to all the different black YouTubers as well. I appreciate you and I love you. I wish you guys nothing but the best, but just realize, the hunt is on. Obviously, they don't want us here, and they don't want us to have our opinion on anything, and they definitely don't want us promoting pro-black and pro-black family values. So just keep that in mind, and thank you folks, and once again, I will be back with my foot on these devils' back.